All right, for the final segment of the day, we're going to do like a little mishmash of a few topics that we are going to discuss. The first one, sometimes we get anonymous sources, and they send us information, and they think we should talk about them on the podcast. Now, just like a reporter, we don't reveal our sources. So if there's anything anybody out there wants to send in, we keep that shit on the down low. So give us information, and we'll talk about it. The one this week has to do with a course. Is it Syracuse University?
Yeah.
Actual Syracuse University? Wow. Pretty impressive. Syracuse University course. It's called Gender Studies. Now, I'm sure you younger folks in the fan base are well aware of this. This is the kind of nonsense we didn't have to deal with.
So there's probably a lot more to study now than there was a few years ago because there's so many more genders now.
Before you get into this, and I said it to you a little bit beforehand, I want to get this out there, right? So I was in college in 2007. Gender Studies was a class then. It wasn't a required class, but it was an existing class.
I would like to know if it's required now.
Maybe. That could be the difference.
It seems like it would be, what do you call those?
An elective.
An elective. Seems like it would be an
not-
elective.
Do you know, Mark, if it's a required or elective?
Do not know.
Well, I got an overview of the topics they're going to be talking about, as well as some of the meat of the topics.
I was going to say required versus elective too would probably depend on the degree being taken, right? So if you're taking...
So if you wanted to be a degree in gender studies, you would probably have.
Well, I was going to say, it's like if you're getting a business degree, they probably don't require
If you're getting a degree in gender studies, I'm going to tell you what, you're probably not going to have a good job, unfortunately.
Unless your job is teaching gender studies.
Yeah, that's true, too.
You just have to get used to saying, do you want fries with that?
Oh, my God. Because that's a useless degree.
No, I prefer onion rings.
And you're not going to be prepared for life.
Well, there are 6 examples. I'm going to pop these on the screen, too. Here's 6 examples of things they're going to cover in this class. And the first one is examples of ability privilege. So I'm assuming they mean if you're not handicapped, I'm assuming.
Well, or if you have an ability that's maybe puts you at an advantage over
like
other
being
people.
A social media influencer,
like what?
For example.
I wonder.
Like tall versus short, maybe?
Is that an ability?
I don't know. That's just naturally gifted. Kind of like we are as social media influencers.
Sure. Or maybe you have a proclivity to being able to play music versus somebody who doesn't. That might be more like an ability.
But I wouldn't call that a privilege. See, this is where I have the biggest problem. Let's go through them real quick.
Yeah.
The second one was examples of Christian privilege in the U.S. Mm-hmm. Examples of cisgender privilege. I'm not 100% sure what that means.
What does cis mean again?
I think it means straight. Like if you're a straight person. Is that right?
Does the CIS stand for something, or is it short for something?
Just straight, just spelled different.
Oh, thanks.
No. And then the next one follows up on that and is more specific. Examples of mostly cisgender man privilege. Ridiculous as far as I'm concerned. Examples of socioeconomic status privilege. And examples of U.S. citizenship privilege.
So,
well, those you can get.
Those a lot of a lot of these things when you read them out loud are kind of self-explanatory, right? So they're trying to say that if you are, as a U.S. citizen, you might have advantages over other people. So that's your
that
privilege.
are not citizens.
Sure, yeah, exactly.
In the country, well, yeah, you're a citizen of the country.
But that's what they're talking about.
Or
That's what that.
Here
compared to citizens of other countries.
For that one specific topic you just mentioned,
yeah.
U.S. These are the list.
Able to surround myself with
privileges.
people who share a common or history, understand the norms of U.S. society, speak the same language that I do, and who understand my culture. So, right, if you were a citizen of Belgium, you would not be able to identify.
No, wait, they're calling this privilege?
That's my biggest problem with that term. This isn't privilege.
My nation as a default nation, so it's normal. Everybody else is different.
That makes no sense.
How is that privilege?
Exactly. This is stupid. I can view my culture norms as universal? No, of course not. Why do we visit countries overseas? Because they have a completely different culture.
Right, but they're telling you that if you have privilege, this is the view that you have.
I don't have that view at all.
Then you don't have that privilege, right?
But according to some people that teach classes like this, they would say just because I'm a cis white man, I have privilege inherently.
Sure.
Which is nonsense. Absolute nonsense.
Well, I don't know if privilege is the right word for all of these things. It's like, you know what I mean?
I don't know what it's like to have war in my homeland. Maybe not an actual physical bombs dropping, but we've had wars in this country. We've had a civil war. We had a revolution.
But you don't know what it's like to have a civil war.
Neither do most people in the world.
That's what you're saying.
This is stupid. That's why I have a problem with this list.
Not that that's a privilege. I still don't call it a privilege.
No, of course not.
But I understand what they're saying as far as we don't
Number
know what it's
5
like to have
is
war.
the stupidest thing I've ever even seen. I mean, I'm just going down this as I've never seen this list. I didn't go through. I didn't pre-read it. I expect people in other countries to speak my language when I travel.
I think that's kind of true.
No. I mean,
Americans kind of think people are going to speak English when they go.
I think it's nice when they do. But when we were in Italy, we were in a town that nobody spoke English, so we had to learn their language.
But isn't it like people like you? If you have this privilege, you expect
that's what they're saying.
We expect other.
Yes.
people.
But I would like to know the people that actually think they have this privilege.
So I think that is true. Though. I think a lot of people think like if you go to another country, there's going to be somebody there is going to speak your language.
And just because
speak English and help
these
you.
things don't apply to you because you don't act this way, it doesn't mean there aren't people that don't, and that's what they base this on.
Well, you can say that about everybody.
Do they get this list from others, assuming this is what people who are not on this list they think of us?
I mean, for all we know, they took a family style survey, and that's the answers they got.
I don't understand how they're using the word privilege really, because I don't see these really. They're not what I would define as privileges, but that would be something to discuss in the class.
Number 7, I can assume no one else has any of the technological advantages I have. Aren't most of our technological advances made in other countries?
Yeah, but I think kids grow up thinking we have the best of everything here.
We have the same as everybody else has.
Okay, so
They have iPhone 17s in Europe.
In Rwanda.
Well, that's one part of the world.
I'm just saying that's not everybody else.
The exact definition of privilege: a special right, advantage, or immunity granted or available only to a particular person or group.
Right. So I would say these are more perceived privileges, not privileges.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. This is more perception.
That's the part they're not going to tell you because.
Or maybe that's what it should even be: perceptions, not privileges.
Number 8 is fantastic. I can easily ignore the fact that most news stories are told from the U.S., American, or Western point of view. In this country, we have completely opposite reportings on certain topics. You can take a topic and put it on a liberal media station, and it's going to come out completely different from a topic on a conservative media station.
But they're talking about our point of view as opposed to the rest of the world.
We don't have a point of view. That's my point.
But I'm saying they're saying your point of view. Like if you were watching only Fox News.
Which I don't.
But there would be, this person.
Right.
They would think that is the main point of view around the world, not, you know what I mean?
That's why I watch a lot of media out of England, and I watch a lot from Australia, actually. That Sky News Australia. I love their network.
I don't think any of these are privileges.
But this is what they're teaching our kids.
I know.
So they think...
Yeah, but it's not like they're telling them to believe these things. Like he said, these are perceptions.
They're saying, because they're calling these out as being incorrect.
Yeah.
Are they?
Yeah. Yes, that's what they're saying these are. These are incorrect perceptions of the world.
That's not how I'm interpreting
That's
this.
what I'm interpreting as. I don't agree with it being called a privilege.
I think they're calling it... They're saying we have these privileges.
No,
especially with how
they're saying these are how Americans see the world.
Steve,
no Americans I know see the world like this.
A lot of these are written almost sarcastically, if you like...
I don't know, man.
I assume everybody wants to live in the United States. They're not saying that everybody wants
that one actually might be true. Because everybody's trying to sneak into this country.
Well, not everybody.
Well, Mexicans. Sorry, it's a fact. I'm sorry.
I'm just saying
it seems like this list is what a non-American would think an American privilege would be.
Well, then put that at the top. See, this list applies to people how they perceive the United States. If they put that, I get it.
Yes. If the word was perception instead of privilege at the top of the page, I think we wouldn't be having so many problems with it.
What if this is like a day one thing they hand out in that class, and then at the end they say,
this could very well be.
By the way, none of this is what it should be.
We'll keep everybody updated on how this class goes because we're just
what about
getting
12? That's you in a nutshell.
Becoming famous or successful is much easier for me if others are more
competent. If others are more
competent. No, there's nobody more competent than me.
That's what I'm saying. So I think everything's easy for you.
I agree that there's nobody more that's me thinking, like Art's more competent, but he's better than... No, absolutely not.
Assume everyone on
nonsense. Everyone on the internet is U.S. or American. That's also ridiculous.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm hoping that you guys are right on this, and they're saying that this is how other people may see the U.S. These aren't what they actually believe, and I'm hoping they're not teaching our kids to say that this is how we are. We need to be better. I'm hoping praying that is not the case.
That's not what they're... I don't believe that's what they're saying.
Especially the stupid American Idol comment. What the fuck? I don't even
did this class start yet?
Yeah, this is
so we
from
could
the
get
first day
this
of class.
person's
we can get... Like I said, we're going to follow up and see exactly what they're talking about.
So what was the next one?
Let's see. Is this still they must have covered this day one, the U.S. citizenship privilege. I view the U.S. as the best nation there is. I do view the U.S. as the best nation there is. And remain unaware of reasons others feel the same about their own country. There's the difference right there. I don't. If you live in Italy and you think your country's the best, absolutely enjoy your country. You should be prideful of where you live.
And what they're saying, right? And this is a very like silly statement to think that somebody would try to teach students this, right? They're saying you believe that America is great, and you don't understand why Italians would think Italy is great.
Oh, right.
Right, that's silly.
Yeah, that is silly, because I think we have the best country on the planet. I'm sorry. I love this country.
And it makes sense when you live in your own country.
But you can understand how an Italian would be proud of being Italian.
That's how they grew up, and that's their heritage.
Right.
So, absolutely. And if you're like now, one thing that gets me is when they fly other countries' flags on our state buildings. That bothers me a lot. But if you want to consider yourself like Italian American, and you want to put a flag on your house that shows, absolutely, you should be able to celebrate your heritage wherever you live. Yep. But I don't think the government.
Well, that's not what this is.
Should celebrate other people's. I'm just using that as like a little example of where my anger comes from.
Yeah. Well, your anger comes from a lot of places.
You guys are very well versed in it.
Tijuana.
Did you want to hit me now?
I've always wanted to.
I always want to.
I don't have to constantly worry that a small misstep could lead to my deportation, even if I currently have legal papers to be in the U.S. That makes no sense at all again.
Well, that's part of being a citizen. You don't have to.
You don't have to. Yeah, that's what they're saying. They have legal papers to be in the U.S., so you don't have, unless you screw up and commit a crime.
Well, as a matter of fact,
I don't constantly worry about being deported.
Now, I know this
is legal.
I don't want to walk all over you guys, but I know this isn't what we're talking about, but I just saw this in the news the other day where like a Mexican American, he looks Mexican. He got stopped, and they wanted to see his citizenship. He's like, why would I have my citizenship papers with me? I'm a citizen. Well, I don't have to prove I'm a citizen. But if you don't have it with you...
Who doesn't go somewhere without their driver's license?
I'm just saying, you don't have to have that. Nobody's going to question whether you're a citizen of the United States.
Are you sure?
But that's what they're saying here.
People say I look South African. Whatever, it's fine.
Yeah, you do look a little like Elon Musk.
Very muskish.
Musky, yeah, kind of musky.
But I've never gone anywhere without my driver's license, unless I forgot my wallet one day.
See?
You know what I mean? But you think that's the one day he didn't have to do that?
I don't know. I'm just saying.
Dios mío, I forgot my
I mean, that is definitely how Murphy's Law works.
But if you're in this country and you're here illegally, well, come do it the right way.
No, that's
come do it the right way.
That's whole separate.
If you're here legally and you commit a crime...
You don't think illegal people have driver's licenses?
Oh, let's not get into that.
Yeah.
In liberal states, they do. But as far as if you're legal here, they're not going to deport you for nothing. You have to really screw up and violate the the requirements of getting whatever paperwork you got to be here in the first place.
Isn't being here the violation?
Not if they have. This says I currently have legal papers to be in the U.S. So no, they're here completely legally. So unless they do something to commit a crime or do something that would revoke whatever paper they were received, then they have nothing to worry about. And that's why a lot of that's going on right now. But hold on, let me read the next one.
Well, let's go on to the gender studies.
They might not have gotten there yet. Like I said, they might be doing this in their class one at a time.
We don't have any other paperwork.
Right. This might be day one of their class, and this is what they're talking about. That's what I'm assuming.
Oh, gotcha.
This is just a continuation of a lot.
26. Actually, you too.
Hold on, I'm on 23. If a police officer pulls me over, I can be sure I haven't been singled out because of my perceived immigration status.
See?
I got pulled over 2 months ago.
Did they do it because of they thought you were Mexican?
Don't know.
They might have because that beard.
Yeah, it could be the beard. Mexican.
Did they call you any slurs?
Did you say ay when he pulled you over?
He's like, this month. Is that a slur? I did get out of
MF
it. I got out of it.
MF?
It's fine. Well, some of these I can understand why they would be on this list. Right. Because I'm sure in some areas police pull people over based on how they look. I don't know if they're doing it to check their immigration status. I'm pretty sure the state troopers aren't concerned. That's ICE's job. Right. And I don't see ICE out there pulling too many people over on the roads to check their immigration status.
Sometimes.
As far as I'm concerned, I've never seen it. I've never seen an example of that. I may consider running for political office to serve my community. How is that even on this list? What's wrong with running? We have people that weren't even born in the country.
That's what I'm saying. I don't get any of this as privileges, but
neither do I. This whole list kind of pisses me off. And like you guys said, I'm really hoping that this is saying maybe that's how other people. Let me zoom back in.
I was looking at note 29.
I am treated violently or inappropriately by a federal entity. I have hope of legal recourse. I have some hope of legal recourse.
Now, is that as opposed to a non-citizen? Is that what they're saying?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Like I said, all I'm going by is the 4 documents.
This is still for the U.S. citizenship privileges.
This whole thing.
Yeah,
that must be what they covered in day 1. I am really curious to see what they're covering in some of the other topics.
I don't know exactly if that's a privilege or not, but I guess that would be, if you aren't legal, then you're not going to have the rights that citizens have.
Right, as you shouldn't, because you're not a citizen.
Well, that does make sense.
But that's not a privilege.
Exactly.
You're not a citizen. That's like if me go. No, because if I go to Italy or Germany and I start bitching about their policies, they're not going to be too happy about that.
That's why they called this a U.S. privilege list.
Yeah, but wouldn't that apply to every single country in the globe then?
No, that's the point.
No, it would though. I can't go to another country and start bitching about their policies if I don't live there.
You're right.
Just like someone shouldn't come here.
Well, I definitely wouldn't do that in Russia.
About this one,
definitely not in Russia.
Like 270 countries in the world, they're not all going to have the same stuff.
Okay, but I don't understand your point on this. I guess.
What's not our point?
No, he's making a point.
If you get pulled out of your vehicle by a member of the FBI and treated violently or inappropriately, you have the right to call your lawyer and say, "Hey, these schmucks just pulled me out of my car and did this," right? That's a privilege you have as a U.S. citizen.
So how would that not apply to somebody else anyway?
If you got,
we're saying
if you got pulled
out
of your vehicle by the federales in Mexico, you might not necessarily have that same privilege.
Oh, obviously not.
That's what they're saying. It is a U.S. citizen privilege.
That goes to my point. If you're a Mexican citizen, that would probably be your privilege in that country.
But
no, they probably still get roughed up by that.
There are lots of countries where you don't.
I don't know, man. I think a lot of this is just nonsense.
Yeah, I think so,
especially 30. I mean, you speak out politically. Everybody in this country is speaking out politically.
Sure.
And as long as you keep it, non-violent.
Addressing systems that I was reading around.
I don't know, dude.
Half of that's true and half of that's like hopeful, wishful thinking.
No, I don't know.
Well, I think 30 would be the same everywhere too. I mean, any country is going to take its citizens,
unless it's a dictatorship,
but it's going to take their problems into account before they worry about non-citizen problems.
Because we're citizens of, and this, like I said, all this stuff here would apply pretty much to every first world nation, let's say, on the globe.
I agree that it should.
Right. It probably does. How can it not?
But was this called U.S. citizen privilege or just citizenship privilege?
No, U.S. Examples of U.S. citizenship privileges.
Right, so okay.
Which, like I said, if you could change that U.S. to Russian, to German, to Italian, to French, to Spanish, it's going to be the same thing.
It would be different languages, though.
Russia's not a good example.
That was quick. That was very fast.
But the rest of those.
Like I said, I think, honestly, unless this was something you elected to take, this should definitely not be a requirement, no matter what you're...
Well, I would like to get this person's info on how this went down once they studied it a little bit.
Yeah, so we'll give it a couple weeks, see how it goes, and then get a little more information, I hope. But from looking at it, from my perspective, this is a complete and utter waste of time.
Oh, yeah.
And if you want to teach your kids something in college, it's going to help them all their life. Teach them how to balance a checkbook, not a checkbook, but how to do a little accounting of your own.
I have a checkbook.
You're the only one that uses checkbooks.
Ideally, they should learn that before they get
You would think,
I have a checkbook.
but if they don't, you should teach them how to invest.
I know.
Teach them how to invest in the stock market, how to set up a 401k when you get a job, something that's going to actually help them further down the line. Knowing this is a complete waste of time. I'm sorry. All that stuff that I saw was complete bullshit. Sorry. I kind of partly want to take one of these classes.
That would be a great show.
Oh my God. See if MV's got this. We got to find out.
That would be a great show.
I'll
Then you get the glasses.
They record everything. Oh my God. I'll be kicked out of that class in T-minus 10 minutes.
Are you going to dress up like an 18-year-old too?
People say I passed for like a 23-year-old. So whatever. That's fine.
You don't look that old.
Oh. Stop it.
He's so easy.
So what do you think the purpose of this class is for the student to take? Like, what are they going to take?
That's what I'm saying.
I think they're taking this for an easy grade.
But that's not what you should be doing in college.
Right.
It just seems like a giant waste of time.
But there are classes that you take just because you have to take a certain number of classes. You need
you got to fill. You got to fill a quota.
Yeah,
no, I'm talking about you needing points, credits to graduate.
But why don't they find credits that are going to help you in life?
All right,
like gym.
I'm going to tell you exactly what the reason for this class is.
Let's hear it, Nabil.
So the reason for this class is for schools like SU and other schools like it that offer it to offer a class that says we're going to teach you how to interact with every possible person. So you can't get in trouble or say, "Oh, I didn't know how to interact with a Christian. I didn't know how to interact with."
I would say that
I'm telling you, on paper,
this class right here, if this came to
And then
the president's attention,
Yeah.
he would be withholding their money
funding.
unless they stop this class.
they're private
Right?
school.
You're not.
Yeah.
You're indoctrinating our children.
They kind of are.
But they're private.
Well, I'm saying so.
But they're what?
They're private. It's not like a.
I'm saying. I know. I'm not. I don't mean he's really going to do it. I'm saying this is one of those things that
You know
I
what's
know he
sad
would not
is
agree with.
some of the kids that probably take this or want to take this, and you go out on the street and ask them anything about U.S. history, they're not going to know anything about it. But they'll know how to label a bathroom to be in compliance with 2025 standards.
Right, or they'll-
That's the shit I'm talking about. It's so stupid. It's such a waste of time for these minds. And they wonder why people are radicalized because of, and like I'm trying to not
And why other
fly off
countries
the
are
handle.
passing us technologically.
Absolutely.
because we're spending all our time trying to figure out what gender everybody
Oh my
is.
god. Anyway, let's wrap this section.
Yeah,
up.
that was long.
Because I'm getting really fired up again.
Steve, stop flying off the handle.
I can't help it.
Too low.
That's what happens when I fly off the handle. Do you have any other input? I'm sorry, Mark.
No, I'm good.
You good? Okay. Now, another thing I noticed, and this is
Or are we still on the same?
Well, this is our
we're
mishmash.
gonna- this is our mishmash segment.
Okay.
'Cause I'm just going to say shit that pisses me off, and you guys can feel free
Do
to
we have that
include your
kind of
own.
That's a
time?
whole show. That should be a whole show.
Well, I was at Walmart in New Hartford yesterday,
Okay.
and
That was at Walmart in New Hartford today.
the clientele. Oh my god.
Well, I mean, going in and it's Walmart.
I know, and it's convenient because they have everything.
Yep.
So you were at the
So I was at Walmart in New Hartford
on Commercial Drive.
Commercial Drive over by Nothing But Cakes in the same plaza.
That's
So-
probably
That's
the best
when I went and
one,
got
too,
that.
I would say.
I was forced-
I keep saying that.
I was forced
Yeah.
to go there because somebody failed to get me my Italian sweet cream for my coffee this week.
Is this?
So we're not going to mention names.
No. I was just gonna say, is this somebody on a rival podcast?
Possibly. But they know I get one of these containers every single week for my coffees, and it was failed. And it was, I mean, it's been a year plus that I
go
got
through
the
a
same thing
container a week?
every single week. Yeah, I drink 2 coffees a day sometimes.
That's a lot of creamer.
Why don't you make your coffee how you want to make it, and I'll make it how I want to make it. Mind your own business. Anyway,
And you're
Creamer
worried,
only hope.
and you're worried about
yeah,
sitting
no
there
he
sugar.
doesn't do sugar.
No
Well,
sugar.
there's
Just
sugar
creamer.
in the creamer.
That's fine.
Sugar in the creamer.
I know. I'm aware. Thank you for your health reports. I appreciate it.
Just looking out for you.
Go on.
So anyway, I'm in there. The clientele's bothering me, and as I go to check out,
Oh, not bothering you.
there's
like-
only just the physical sight of them, but it violates my eyes. A lot of sweatpants, and a lot of sweatpants and flip flops and disgusting, gross t-shirts. Ugh. Anyway, I'm going to check out. 3 lanes open. Now they have half of the checkout there is self checkout. 80% of them are closed. Why are you? It's self checkout.
Why are they ever
closed? They should
Oh,
never be closed.
Do they not have someone to monitor them?
Okay, that's not well. If they want us to check it out, then you're gonna have to trust us. I'm sorry. Well, if you're gonna put someone there to watch it, open up
I
another
think,
register.
unfortunately, they do have to monitor it because people
Oh, well, they got
steal.
cameras all over them now. They got cameras that look at the bottom of the card, top of the card. They know who's doing what.
There's a camera
Oh,
on the
There's a
register
camera
looking at you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It looks at you. It has a camera on the cart, and there's a camera to see
Oh,
if there's
really?
anything left on
Yeah,
the
yeah.
bottom of your cart. Yeah, because there was actually a correction officer that got in trouble at that Walmart
I
because they left
remember
water on the
that.
bottom of their cart and didn't pay for it.
Okay.
Yeah, but it was probably a mistake.
It could have been. I don't know.
So
that was another thing that bothered me at Walmart.
there weren't enough open
self checkout.
self checkout.
Because the ones where there was actually a cashier jammed, there's like 15 people in line at each one of them.
Nice.
Okay,
And then I
right,
go
right,
to
right.
the self checkout, and I had to sit there behind like 6 people because there was
Well,
only
this
3
was
of
the
them
middle
open.
of the day, which is a terrible
So
time.
open the fucking
Oh, I
self
agree.
checkout
No.
registers if you're gonna make us do it ourselves and make us pay for bags. That another thing gets me.
Oh, me too.
But as I was leaving to go back out to the truck, I happened to look to my left, and I
So
saw.
what did you end up? How'd you check out? You had to
I
wait
went
in
to
a line?
self checkout, but because that was going so much faster than the other
okay,
ones.
okay.
And I hate self checkout, but I don't want to sit there all day with these animals either. I don't want to seem hoity-toity.
Why do you hate self-checkout?
Because I'm not from Clinton. Let's remember that. All right, so I'm not super hoity-toity. I don't like having to do their job.
Well, why do you? I mean,
It's their
It's
job
just
to
so
do.
nice and easy for you like that.
It
You
is
swipe, you do
convenient,
the card, you're out with.
But why open 3 more registers and put people on them?
But
Cut the lines down.
That's more expense, and
Okay,
then
but
they
that's
have
how
to
we've
raise
always
their
done
prices.
it. We've always done it that way. And now the prices are more expensive than ever.
Technology.
And I'm working there.
Technology.
Anyway, back to the parking lot.
This is the same way you could just order all your groceries and they bring it out to you.
He does normally.
I didn't even have a bag. I just left it all in the cart. So I had 5 things I ended up buying sitting in the top of my cart.
5?
Ridiculous.
Thought you were going for creamer.
I did. Then I bought eggs, and I saw I needed tortilla shells and some salsa.
Yum.
Grabbed those while I was there too.
Yum.
So I'm going out, and I look to my left, and there's a pickup truck with some dirt bags in it. Trash out the window. Like, I mean, I'm not talking like a cup. I mean, like a handful of garbage right
They're
out the window,
throwing it out of the
ground,
truck?
onto the ground. And I'm thinking, and I stopped, and I'm like,
You were
how
considering
much
saying
confrontation do I want to have over the Walmart parking lot today? And I decided not to say anything. I really wish I had.
It's probably for the best.
And I don't know if they're lunatics, because there was an older couple in the front seat and some young dirtbag in the back seat. He was probably slightly younger than me, probably in his late 30s, early 40s. Garbage. I looked on the side. It was garbage from the back seat towards almost past the front door.
And if they're that
all over the
disgusting,
place.
they're not going to go pick the garbage up
No.
because you said anything.
Well,
they're just going to start swearing.
My first thought was, I'm going to go pick that up and throw it back in the car.
That would be good.
But then I'm like, I got to touch all their junk and garbage with my bare hands. And then who knows if this idiot has
There
a gun.
could be needles in there, too.
Who knows? Who knows what could be in there? So, against my better judgment, or maybe my better judgment.
Maybe you
came through,
use your better judgment.
I'm like, I should have probably snapped a couple pictures of it so we could have put it on here. And I could have got the license plate number of the truck and let everyone know what kind of shitbags are out there. I didn't. I was very happy to have my creamer at that time, and I wanted to get home and get some coffee because I hadn't had one yet. But the level of people that go there is utterly disgusting. And that's a prime example of what shows up there. And this goes back to my, just be courteous to other people. How hard is it to do that in public? Same thing at the gym. Same thing when you're driving. You know, if you're going to drive 20 miles an hour under the speed limit, move over. Let the 50 cars behind you get by you if you're not in any hurry to get anywhere. I don't know. So I wanted to get that rant
Or
out.
don't pull out in front of that car if you're not in a hurry.
Oh, God, and another thing. They pull out in front of you, and then they go 10 miles an hour under the speed limit.
Yeah.
Like, you're in such a hurry to get into the road, and then you're going to hold everybody else up. Irritating. Sorry. But I know you guys are just hearing me rant now. On a positive note, according to some people, according to others, this might be a little bit of an overstep. But it was was it ABC? NBC? Whatever. One of the networks' decision to get rid of Jimmy Kimmel. ABC? And they got rid of him because of his Charlie Kirk comments, which were completely off base. Basically having to do with the shooter, saying he was MAGA and he was a conservative.
He just said that the MAGA people were doing everything they could to make it seem like the shooter wasn't one of them. That's what he said.
He wasn't, though.
He wasn't.
And it's been proven by many media outlets.
But that's what he said.
But why go in his shoes? Now, I think he's an asshole. Now, this is the same person that used to objectify women all the time on the Man Show.
I love the Man
Every single opportunity he got. And I'm not saying it was entertaining, but and then he with blackface back in the day. He did it on a couple skits on the Man Show.
Wasn't he married to Sarah Silverman?
No, he dated her.
Was he married?
Okay.
I
don't think they got married.
But for someone that has that history to now come out as a virtue signaling leftard, it bothers me. And he just says things that are at the time known to not be true, and he still goes on his show and says them. So personally, this is back to what we talked about when we talked about free speech. You can say whatever you want, but you're not free from the consequences.
I'm
of what
slightly
you say.
mixed on this. On the one hand, if it's just because this TV show or the station didn't appreciate his comments and they decided to fire him, they have every right to.
Right.
But if it's because of what the FCC said,
What did the FCC say?
the director of the FCC threatened them over his comments. And then within the next couple of hours, they had come out and canceled them.
Well, he's been saying a lot of stuff for a long time that is completely not true. Now, he's not.
Well, like I said, if the government got involved in it, that's totally different. I don't agree with that.
I don't think they
But
should
as
have
far
that
as
authority
the commerce of it, if you're losing money or if you don't have an audience and they want to cancel your show, that's what happens.
That was the main thing with that Colbert show.
Yeah.
It was losing millions of dollars every year.
It's just the optics of this one right after they were threatened by the FCC.
I started following him on social media this morning to see where he goes next.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Colbert?
No, the other one.
Oh,
Jimmy Kimmel?
Yeah.
I can't stand him.
Like a podcast or something?
Colbert, I didn't care. Whatever.
Twitter?
So you're on Twitter then?
X.
There's no Twitter.
Okay, good. So we're clear on that. We like to be factually correct on this show.
X,
Unlike
formerly known
unlike
as
Jimmy
Twitter.
Kimmel's show, we like to be factually correct as often as possible.
I did like that Man Show though.
It was entertaining back then. Well,
Hey, and you don't want to cancel
we were
him
younger.
over those days. I mean, that was 30,
no,
40
absolutely
years
not.
ago.
But my problem with him is how he is now.
Yeah.
I have no whatever you did back then. That's how the culture was. Nobody gave a shit, and that's how. I mean, look at Adam Carolla. He's the complete opposite of Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah,
they were
they-
both on the Man Show. He's hyper conservative, and Kimmel's hyper liberal.
Because they were both kids and now they grew up.
Right.
So
It's just amazing how two people that kind of were together for a
It
long
happens.
time have such complete. I have Tina's got some cousins. They're twins, way opposite on the political spectrum.
here's-
One's ultra conservative, one's ultra liberal.
Guess
They were
what?
in the same womb.
guess what though? I think that more often than not, you could find ultra conservative and ultra liberal people that will agree that they like boobs and beer, which is what that show is all about.
Sure. No, I'm not
So.
sure. I don't like beer though. Gross.
Either or
Gross.
and or.
Trampolines.
Yeah.
Trampolines.
Girls on trampolines.
That was a
yeah.
big part of that show.
That was, and like I said, I have no issue. Like even with the blackface, as long as it's not done maliciously, just like when a black person does whiteface, that doesn't bother me. Who cares? It's comedy. It's a joke.
Like Pennywise.
That's ultra whiteface.
That's albino face.
That's a little too extreme.
That's scary.
Yeah, but as far as all that stuff, that doesn't bother me at all. If someone makes fun of what, I mean, look at my shirt. Obviously. Shut up, honky. I think it's hilarious.
Is it George Jefferson?
It is
or the-
George
Yes, it's
Jefferson.
George Jefferson.
Or is that the guy from The Office?
No, that's George Jefferson. That's why he used
That's why
to
it's
say
funny.
that.
He used to say that all the time on the Jeffersons.
I,
And that was-
I liked him in All in the Family.
Yeah, that's
another
what the
fantastic show.
Jeffersons was a spin-off.
Yeah,
from
stifle
all
it there, Edith.
Can anybody do the walk? The George Jefferson walk?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
I could
I
not.
could, but not on camera.
That might be considered inappropriate
yeah.
these days.
Get over here, Weezy.
Whoa! Now we're leaning towards offensivism.
That was her name.
I just made that word up. He's made that up.
My favorite was when they were on. They popped up a couple of times on The Fresh Prince, but they basically played
The Jeffersons?
George and Wheezy. yeah.
But
were-
it wasn't
oh, they
George
were?
and Wheezy, but they played
No, it was the
characters
same
that were like them.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, I remember
So there was
that.
one time in like the last
I
season
never-
where Will and his soon-to-be bride like went to like marriage counseling, and they were there in the circle with them, and it was so funny. Like you could tell, like they were just hamming it up.
He was. I don't remember that actor's name now, but he was so funny. He was great.
Sherman Helmsley.
Helmsley?
Oh yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a good show. He was awesome.
So was Archie,
Oh yeah, they were hilarious. I don't understand. See,
and that was
nowadays
very
people just can't
racist.
take that.
But it was done. It was
It
purposefully
wasn't
racist.
done maliciously.
Time to
But
move
I
on
mean,
out of here,
It
Jefferson
was
Day.
pointing out the similarities and stuff, especially between
And there,
him and George Jefferson. That was Blessing doing yelling at
Blessing
Archie.
Blessing doing.
Oh, I
Edith.
thought that was Blessing yelling at Edith.
Okay. Oh my god. This is unbelievable. See how this
Time to take
disintegrates?
the big long bridge to get some crispy dumplings?
Yeah,
Yeah.
apparently. Oh my god. Does anybody have? I mean, that was all I had to bitch about this week. I don't know if you guys had anything on your.
That
hot
was a
plate.
lot of ranting. No,
That was a lot of ranting. I'd like to do a little update on the school one, like I said, as soon as we get some more information on it. And my source, feel free to send information, from you and or your friends taking these classes. And
I wonder if I know who this source is. I don't know.
I don't know. Well, I mean, that's we'll never know because I don't reveal our anonymous sources,
As you should.
as I shouldn't. So I guess that's it for the segment.
All
You
right.
guys got something else? Nothing? All right.
Nothing.
That's it. Hope you enjoyed that rant. Peace out. Thank you for watching Two Studs and a Dud. Please like, subscribe, and share this video. Wasn't your one job per week to come up with one fucking topic?
I can barely walk.
You're not.
and
You're
I'm
sitting. You're fine.
It hurts worse. That's why I was just standing up until we.
I'm not punching
till
you
we
right in this
start.
fucking back when you get up.
This
This
back.
is fucking back. That's the middle of the back.
Oh,
You
it's
didn't
gonna
know
hurt. Yeah, that's
Loopers.
gonna hurt. Actually, it might help if you do
that?
lower
Probably would
back.
help.
Yeah.
If you subscribe to our Patreon at the $5 level, you get conversations like this where Steve berates Art.
We could do just
Poor Steve Braids.
yeah, Patreon. Well, that's all you get is me yelling at Art.
We could do a whole podcast just on that.
Oof. Just
You
clip
asked
them
me to come
together.
up with the TikTok. I'll come up with the Patreon. I'll come up with all the tiers.
It's like
Tears.
We got a box of tissues right
Yeah,
behind you.
get $1 level gets you like
I think the
day early access to videos.
Oh, I was thinking you meant TEARS.
Oh, no.
You're talking about TEIRS.
that's what I thought you meant too. That's why I got excited about it. That's why I got excited.
This is why I wasn't born in
Look
1980.
at all the
I know
Okay.
about Patreon tiers.
Do other languages do that? Have the word that sounds the same but spelled differently? And
Yeah, all the time.
Oh, I'm sure.
Does your mother hate that?
She does after she found out about the list.
Like
started making
there?
a list of stuff I don't like. So she should bring
She's
her
keeping
on.
a list
her
on
on.
you?
Yeah, she
Oh,
started. Yeah.
yeah.
Nice.
That would be interesting.
All right. What?
No.
You sure?
Go ahead.
Nothing you want to get out before we
No,
start?
just go ahead. Interrupt.
I was
What
just
is
going to
it?
say that I think it'd be hilarious
Oh.
if we found out she liked pierogies but didn't like dumplings.
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
Like, that'd
Well,
be a
that's
hot-
why I want to know. Yeah.
Yeah.
They are a little different, but they're
I do like
similar.
They're similar.
Sort of.
I love
Yeah.
pierogies.
I like both.
Or ravioli for that matter.
We did get
Yeah,
a critique.
is that a dumpling?
I mean,
Might
it's dumpling
be. It's
ask.
a meat dumpling. I would. Those I like.
you
I
got
was told we talk over each other too much too. By the way,
We do that.
We do.
so maybe fucking knock it off.
No,
it's mostly
just
you.
what?
Yeah.
Go.
Yeah, you guys
That-
do. That's why I barely.
Okay.
You go.